In a world where gods walk the night sky and their champions battle evil, an unlikely group of individuals find themselves in a fight to save it. Coming from the far corners of the unforgiving land of Theros, they find themselves divinely linked. They have been sent on a journey to save Theros from impending destruction. Ezrin Azul Nightshade, a Triton Nyx-born artificer, with her trusty constructs, Mr. Clickety-Clack and Dr. Calamario. Tari, a Leonin barbarian from the northern Oreskos Valley. She has turned her back on the gods and champions no one but her people. Lucky Lala, a druid satyr of the Skola Vale, wanders the vastness of Theros with awe and amazement. Rexenor of Meletis, a powerful wizard, he's a devout follower of the gods and is forever driven to seek their divine favor and knowledge. Theodore, a Minotaur bard from Stophos, has chosen to seek the gods' knowledge and alienate themselves from their own warlike people. Together, these champions are the Asteronauts.
Look at that transition. That was nice. All right. Are we ready to play without our Aroas?
I mean, are we?
Yeah. Yeah, I think we are. So,
Okay.
all right, everyone. Buckle up. Epic Gamer's on, so that's great. Yeah. Hail Tiamat. All right. Well, welcome back to Theros Champion the Gods, where normally you play as champions of the gods. And tonight you're playing the actual gods. Let's go ahead and switch over to the can I move you? There we go. To the Nyx land. Up in Nyx. Here we go. We have a pantheon of gods. And you all are going to represent one of them, which you have done many times in the past, but rarely on occasion. And last time we played, I rewatched the VOD last night and then fell asleep. So I didn't write down everything. And then went to
tracks.
tracks. So
I hope you streamed it so that people just like. Oh.
I did, but my camera was off. But I was like, I gotta stop streaming. I'm falling asleep over here.
That's hilarious.
But what I do remember is that Aphera started a god moot and proposed to free Perforos, which Perforos was freed. I did also remember that for Perforos here, you have an evil weapon that's under development in Neolantian that might be a god-killing weapon that happened several god times ago, but figured might be important.
That's
but
your opinion, man.
It's a special tool that'll help us later.
And you also have the Ring of Knowledge, and I've studied it in depth. And then Melvin, for his part, was sent to his room after he drew a picture. And let's see if we still have that picture. We do. We're going to go ahead and can I show it to you? Edit.
Didn't we hang it on the fridge or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Fridge, yeah.
Let's put it on the fridge so everyone can enjoy it.
Right
Can you
next
guys-
to our, growth chart.
Can you guys see it? It's in the handouts under Melvin's drawing.
Oh, I gotta look. I don't see anything.
How do I like show the class? Show to players.
Oh, yeah.
There it
There we
is.
go.
Melvin.
Does
That's
not look familiar at all.
His big fire pot.
I know it came back to me like a fever dream. And then Perforos, you gave Melvin to Karanos, and Karanos was gonna ship him into shape, and you guys all call Melvin Smelvin.
That sounds like us.
That tracks.
Yeah, and then I fell asleep.
I tried to make him a god. I was trying to make him a god.
That's right. So I'm sure, I don't know, Nick, do you have notes?
Let's see. Farika approached Clothis and let her know what went on in the God moot. Farika asked for more clarity on Clothis' plans, but didn't get much in the way of a clear answer. She gets a request to reveal anyone who resists the ceasefire, basically expecting Farika to be a narc. Phoenix, looking like Melvin, flings sharpened crayons at the monsters fighting the Leonin, taking out 80% of them. Phoenix cries out, "Melvin did this!" The Leonin are highly impressed, and there grows a seed of cultish worship of a legendary warrior. Indeed, Phoenix was trying to make Melvin a god.
Okay.
Melvin plays with his champion Usher, is the term in my notes, which makes total sense, and accidentally destroys his sparring partner, almost certainly a result of Phoenix's meddling.
Yeah.
Phoenix makes it so that Melvin's crayon drawings come to life for longer and longer each time.
That's right. So Phoenix was having a night.
Phoenix is having one hell of a night.
Okay.
Erois went to check on his people in Theros, seeking a new champion. He found Velicios, who fought in the Acroan Games, valiantly, almost to his death, defending the innocent and helped lead the assaults of Fort Sandmouth, and was killed in battle. He brought him to Nyx to restore his life, asking Karamitra, who is unable or unwilling to do so. He lets Velicios die a hero, speaks to Afara about restoring Theros from Perforos' absence. They sent a beacon of light to their temples to give people hope, which is definitely noticed by all the other gods.
Okay.
Mogus saw the return from Odunos approaching a trading vessel and called upon him for inspiration. Mogus encouraged them to ram the ship and sort of offers them a boon. They slaughter the ship Reaver style. Mogus, please, bestows upon them the ability to be more stealthy, which is fucking terrifying. Terrifying, still sneaky Reavers. Ooh, good time.
I gotta remember that. I gotta write that down.
Shit.
Yeah.
There's no way Mogus could be stealthy.
His followers could.
His followers could be, though. Perforos visited his dragon friend Thraxes, who the Aceronauts had recently defeated in a hell of a battle. Perforos told Thraxes that he did his duty perfectly and offered him the chance to become a Nyxborn and have him relight the forges of Theros, and Thraxes accepted. Perforos suggested starting an Akros in human form. Perforos heard a faint voice from a powerful smith asking for death or the lighting of her forge. He sent a message of the great gathering in Akros. And then followers of Erois and Afara, inspired by their beacons of hope, saw clouds appear, buzzing and dark. Locusts covered the statues until the beacon is quenched, and the followers began to run away. Clothis says, "I told you there would be repercussions." And that's the end of my notes from the last God session.
Clothis. Wow. Okay. So what did Clothis do again?
She
Fall asleep
quenched
while
those beacons of hope and said, "I told you there would be consequences."
Beacons of Hope. That's right. Okay.
Build a beacon of hope.
All right. How do I do this? I want to bring you guys. All right. So in addition to all that happening, I want to give a good solid review of what's going on in Theros, and that'll become clear in just a minute of why. All right. Let's start at the top under Scophos here. All right. Scophos is currently at war with Akros, the Sparta of Theros, but Akros has been destroyed. All right. Scophos is untouched for the most part. They're gaining allies with the other evil minotaurs, barbaric minotaurs in Phoberos, just to the south. Okay. For their part, the Acroans are hiding in the mountains, kind of raiding and they just recently retook Fort Sandmouth, which is that purple dot just west of Akros. Adunos, which is a land of returned that have always remained loyal to the god of death, have been marching south, and we haven't really touched base with them in quite some time, but they were heading towards Setessa. I believe they got repelled at some point. Miletus, for its part, is still under the reign of a dictator, Parasophia, and she is rebuilding the army as well, while the rest of the peninsula, all the way down to Neolanton, are in a semi-revolt where they're trying to essentially maintain the Melitan League without Meletus. All right. Over in Lagona and Theros, there are satyrs, or sorry, centaurs that are continuing. They're probably a little down on their luck, fighting monsters. In Satessa, they are currently doing
Are
well.
you saying that the centaurs are looking a little long in the face?
A little long in the face.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah.
They make
Um,
regular faces.
yeah. But, maybe even a little long in the tooth, right?
Just don't look in their mouths.
Yeah.
So with Satessa, they are mostly hidden and well protected after the Valkyries came down and kind of created a Pax Satessa throughout the forest by just killing everything. And the Black
That's Pax Romana was achieved.
Exactly. That's why I said it. And then Asphodel, they're maintaining their lines, but they're under pressure. Over in the Skull of Vale, they are also the little satyrs this time are under constant threat from monsters. Same with Erascos, which is the land of the Leonin. So for tonight, what we are going to do is the quiet year, but God form. So, in the campaign, your players managed to find their way to the underworld and have been there for, we'll give it a week or so, as they're searching for Romeo. Oh, you still got it. Yay! Maybe you can help me out. Because I didn't really read the rules all that much. But the so as they're down there for about a week and a half or so, up in the real world, a year passes. And so we're going to remove spring because spring is mostly world building. Okay. So in light and just speed up the night a little bit. However, you all can still do your God mood or whatever you want to do if you want to do that. Once we do any kind of role play, we can get into the game, and we will be using this map to draw on.
Currently, that is black.
Currently, you have no tokens on it.
Ah, that could be.
Can I show to players without actually having tokens on it? Did that help at
I
all?
saw a flash of something.
Yeah, it was a
a brief flash.
Ugh.
Okay, let me. Do they have to have a token?
Hmm.
Like, is it that dumb? Game?
Have you heard of
Apparently.
Foundry virtual tabletop? It's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I hear. All right. I'll go grab your tokens.
Yeah, why don't we do so? There we go.
Hey!
Did it work?
Yay. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know what I did. Okay.
Flames.
So this is the same map, but it looks a little more updated, a little nicer.
Fancy.
It is very nice.
I know, and it's clean.
Pretty nice.
It's very clean.
So what I need y'all to do is roll for initiative.
I bet
Flop.
I'm first. I'm always first on God nights.
Mm-mm.
Well, maybe not. Oh no, you are.
Can I just opt to not go first tonight?
I hold my god turn.
I hold my God.
I've never played a D&D Beyond maps.
Why do I always go first on God night?
A nat 20, no less.
Oh,
I know, that's...
I rolled an 18. I was like, man, fuck.
that's rough.
You got a 10?
No, I think you rolled a
All right.
23. You should go first.
Well, I guess Phoenix and Perforos have to have a roll off since they both rolled a 5.
Yeah.
Rollies.
That's another 5 for Phoenix.
Rolling great.
Sounds good to me.
Perforos, you want to roll?
I did. I got a 5.
No, roll again, because you guys both got 5s.
Also 5.
Oh, so you did. 9.
9.
Wow.
You going first.
Woot.
Well, third, but
All right, and let's see. And then Epic, what's his name? Whatever his name is. Melvin will go at 10. We'll see what he does. He won't be able to change the world, but he'll be able to interact with the gods for sure. All right, so top of the order, we got a Farah. Next, we have Harika, and then Melvin, and then Perforos, and then Phoenix, last but not least. So, how this is going to work? I have the instructions, but if any rule follower, perfect role for Nick and Thomas to help me along. But what we're gonna do is we have the dice, right? We have projects. Let me just read this aloud. Y'all can draw on this map. All right, that's good. We're gonna have project dice, so we'll have a number of projects, and we'll just write a little number on there to track if when they're done. We're gonna skip the spring. All right. So that means because I didn't buy it or anything on here, I have 3 separate decks of Crested Butte, Colorado cards. All right.
Ooh, CBC.
Yeah. So we got
Hefty butt.
the diamonds, which represent summer, the spades, which represents winter, and what's the other one? The clubs is
yeah,
autumn.
clubs,
Yeah. So summer, the diamonds. I can't even speak. Diamonds, summer. Clubs, autumn. Spades, winter. Okay. Once we pull the king of spades in the wintertime, the game is done. Okay. All right. So you all are your gods. What this means, in the normal campaign, you are a community trying to build up your community. In this world, you are your god doing what your god wants to do. Build up your followers, wage war, protect people, cause havoc, do nothing. It's all something you all can do, right? So you are semi-omnipotent, nearly all-powerful creatures. I will roll for myself because I am going to be playing the god of destiny.
Nat 20. Did a nat 20.
In that 20.
That
I don't know.
Oh.
Oh, holy shit!
Oh.
Oh, so close.
I don't know how high up in the initiative I want Clothis.
I mean, I guess that's true.
Is it? Yes.
Benefit of my D&D character I love.
So she's going 19. All right. So you all, at this point in the game, Clothis has unleashed hell. And she's like, all right, you guys want to meddle? Let's meddle. Right? And she's like, it's balls to the wall. She will eradicate every single one of your priests, every single one of your followers. She will destroy you and your base at all costs. And you will do, and if you're allied with her, great. If you're not, then you are doing the same. You are destroying their priests and leaders and citizens and warriors and all that kind of stuff, right? In the way that your god would. All right.
I like it.
All right. So on your turn, during each week, the following things happen. 1, the player who is playing, the active player, draws a card. I will draw it for you and reads the relevant text aloud. Give me a second because I will. I'll look at the thing and then reinterpret it for Theros. Right, but most of them work 90%. We just got to change a couple words. And any bold thing, which I will tell you if it's bold, you have to do. All right. The second thing is a project dice are reduced by 1 for any finished project, or any finished project are updated. All right. So we can do projects, which we'll say on the card. And then the active player chooses and takes an action. So you can either discover something new, hold a discussion, or start a project. All right. And we'll go over that over and over and over again. So
I know we've all played it. It's just probably been a minute, so
yeah.
I think it'll come back to us pretty quickly.
So are we gonna play? So we have 3/4 of a deck here. So we're gonna play a number of rounds, whatever that is. So yeah, does that? Any questions? We'll figure it out as we go, as well.
Yeehaw.
We
I
good?
remember nothing.
What's that?
I remember nothing.
You remember nothing. You choose nothing. You don't go until near to the end, so you're good.
Yeah.
All right. So, do you guys want to have any kind of discussion before we get into it?
No, Felix does not.
Seems like a no.
Yeah. A resounding unspoken no.
Yes.
All right.
Or spoken, yes.
Can we ever figure out what's like east or north?
North is north. East is east. Yeah.
But
Like,
south is
beyond-
west.
Beyond the map. That's the weird thing about Theros, is it like it's like a map, but it just sort of stops.
It's there. The RV Dragons here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's like the Truman Show. You just touch the wall.
Exactly. There's nothing. It's just the
Yeah.
Persians. We don't care about them. The Persians and the Balkans. We don't
Look,
care.
they don't speak Therosian, so all they do is go around saying bar 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 bar.
Exactly. All right. So Afera, god of the civilized, god of the polis, god of the city. You draw a card and read it aloud. Do you want me to draw a card for you?
Yeah, because I don't have any.
Because you don't have any. Good. So I am pulling the card. It is the 9. That's the wrong one, isn't it? That's the spades. I need to pull
Yeah,
the
yeah.
diamonds. I'm gonna shuffle that back in there. All right. So
Hey, yeah, he pulls the king of spades right out of the
Yeah.
top.
Done.
Game over.
all right. 7 of diamonds. I'm going to scroll down and we're going to see what the 7 of diamonds is on my little sheet here. So a lot of the world building was in the spring, and we already have a world. So this is an or thing. There's 2 options. The first one is you can introduce a mystery at the edge of the map. I don't need to really change that at all.
So Docker Isles.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then an unattended situation becomes problematic and scary. What is it and how does it go awry? So,
What hasn't been problematic in this
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like all of it.
Fair question.
so you can either do a mystery.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna do a mystery.
Okay.
That's more fun. Everything else has already gone to hell.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not
And
wrong.
it ain't getting better.
Not with quiet year, it's not.
So what is it?
I mean, how much play do I have with this?
That's a good question. I would say that as a god, you as the god of cities, right? And just a god in general, you can change the landscape to a degree. I think if you're going to create something that is incredibly like powerfully magic, it would be like a project that would take longer. But like monsters certainly, armies certainly, but like I don't know.
Yeah, let's see. I would like on the edge of the map, probably kind of in the sea, but near the Dakra Islands. There's this rumbling in the sea and churning of water, and things are being collected into this like typhoon area. And just this swirling mass that's kind of creating. I would like to kind of create this mysterious creature that can kind of fall apart. I'm envisioning something that's kind of brought together from pieces of knowledge, whether it's like books or columns, pieces of civilization. They join together and kind of can also separate to go and fight for her. But I want them to not be super obvious. Like be able to kind of be sneaky, like, where was that pile of books before? And all of a sudden the pile of books is like the size of a house and attacks. So that might be a project. Maybe.
I think the swirling mystery of Tell Me Troubles is a good one. And then the rest of it would probably be a project. So how about we go with that?
A sieve
Okay. Yeah, it's like the rumblings, the start of this project. Like, what's
Yes.
going on over there?
Yeah. So go ahead and draw that wherever you want to represent the tummy troubles. Also, just
Giles
there,
with Pepto.
exactly.
golem.
There are some tokens on the map over in the Siren Sea on the western side, and those are where are they? Those are contempt tokens, and they represent whenever there is tension and frustration. So if you do something directly against a god, that god will get a contempt token. Okay, so each one of you, really, because the rest of the, or me. And then what do the contempt tokens do? So really, how it says in the book is if ever you feel you weren't consulted or honored in a decision-making process, you can take a contempt token and place it in front of you. This is your outlet for expressing disagreement or tension. So if you want a contempt token, we'll say that. If you want one, take it. We'll assign it to you. I'll write your name on it. If someone starts a project that you don't agree with, you don't get a voice, and you don't get a voice your objection or speak out to them. You are instead invited to take a piece of contempt. Contempt will generally remain in front of you, blah, 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 blah. Okay. If you ever want to act selfishly to the known detriment of the community, however you define it, you can discard a contempt token to justify your behavior. And then you can decide whether your behavior requires justification or not. This will often trigger others taking contempt tokens of their own. If someone else does something that you greatly support, that would mend relationships and rebuild trust, you can also discard a contempt token. So you can either do something to screw everyone up or to help someone to get rid of your contempt tokens.
I suspect I know how that's going to go.
All right. So you don't have any projects going. Okay, so you can either discover something new, hold a discussion, or start a project. Sounds like you're going to start a project, Ezrin.
I'm gonna start a project. Yeah.
All right. And what is it again? Remind me, like
I'm forming like an inanimate object sea beast out of pieces of civilization.
Knowledge golem.
Exactly. Oh yeah, it's the knowledge golem.
knowledge golem. All right.
Titans.
I mean, so we have D6s. Should I don't know, Nick and Thomas, if I should just roll a D6 to see how long that's going to take, or just assign it?
We'll just roll a d6.
Yeah, I mean, I think rolling a d6 makes sense in this context.
All right. Yeah.
I think it usually depends on like
Yeah,
how
it usually
big of a
depends on
project.
size
Yeah.
and complexity of project.
Okay. So do we want to make a choice on this one? What, like a 4?
I don't know. Depends on how big of a golem you want.
How big of a golem do you want?
I want this golem to be able to fight titans.
Okay, so like monstrosity.
Mhm.
Also, I think golem might be a term they remove from the next version of TNT.
Really?
Yeah, it's very cultural.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, things are cultural.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of appropriation.
From what? Like sword zombies. Zombies are from Africa.
It's a Jewish folklore.
Golems?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So? Elves are Norse folklore.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't know. Like it should be a quagmire of and a mishmash of all sorts of cultural appropriation. Like you take a little bit of culture from everywhere and then put it in one fantasy world. Like, isn't
I'm
that?
just saying, I think they
Okay.
might be taking it out. Doesn't matter.
Well, how about this? It's going to be spelled Gollum, like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So a giant book golem.
Yeah.
We hates it.
All right.
It's the knowledge that comes.
All right. So we got a 4 next to that one. All right.
How do I turn my color?
That's it. Next up is Clothis. And I'm going to pull a card, and it is the 3 of Diamonds. 3 of diamonds. What is she going to do? Let's see what it says. All right. So, summer is a time for production and tending to the earth. In bold, start a project related to food production. That sounds just like her.
It's all poisonous.
All right. Summer is a time for conquest and the gathering of might. Start a project related to military readiness and conquest.
Now that sounds.
Yeah,
That sounds just like Clothis. She is going to. Let me think. You know. All right. I'm thinking here, in terms of monsters of Theros, I think she is going to. Oh man! Oh, does she want to pull out the big guns right now? With such a great opportunity. All right, let's do it. She is going to raise the Titan of nature's wrath, and begin to lay waste to Ereskos. And so I'm gonna draw like something real dumb and real quick. All right.
Grr.
So that's the project. I would say that'd probably take 5. Good old 5.
Oh, I don't know what's in there.
8? No, it's a D6, yo.
I know.
Five seems reasonable.
5 seems reasonable. All right. Next up, where's my turn? Is Farike.
Oh, what? Yeah, we'll draw a card and see what that.
All right, we
that
got
takes.
Ace.
Ace of Diamonds.
Ace of Diamonds. All right. All right. So, a contingent within your community demands to be heard. Who are they and what are they asking for? Or a contingent within your community have acted on their frustration. What have they damaged and why do they damage it? Is it permitted? Or permanent? Is it permanent? Sorry.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. Read that second one to me again.
A
just
contingent within your community have acted on their frustrations. What have they demanded? Sorry, God damn it. What have they damaged and why did they damage it? Was it permanent?
So, some of my cleric priests, healers, have been frustrated at magic sort of being intermittently cut off. Prayers that they feel maybe are going a little unanswered. I would say this probably takes place in Miletus.
Okay.
And they go and out of their frustration, they damage one of the factories that produces healing potions.
Oh, dang.
And they end up doing quite a bit of damage. It's not permanent. I will say that they are able to restore it eventually, but it's going to take a while. And it's going to create a lot of tension in a place that's already got quite a bit of it. Injuries are going to start to be more severe and dangerous because one of the major suppliers of healing potions kind of gets their supply line snipped for a bit.
Wow. Okay, so that happens. There's the health potion riots.
Uh-oh.
All right, so you can draw that on the map. I think, or do you just draw like your projects? I don't know.
We can draw anything we want.
You can do whatever.
We're gods.
This is literally your world. Um,
I'll draw a little vial here. Ooh, that's how I change color. And then I'll put a big red X through it.
Yeah.
no health potions.
Yeah, health potions just got a lot more valuable.
Okay. You can either discover something new, hold a discussion, or start a project. I'm not sure what like discover something would be. So that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Because I have no
let's
idea.
see. I would say, yeah, I like this idea. There is a band of adventurers dedicated to Farika who are up in the Oronayid Mountains. So, like, way, way up here. And they discover a mushroom that is seen to have incredible healing properties.
Ooh.
And so, you know, as things are being taken away with one hand, they are also being given with the other.
I like it.
Mushroom.
Is there some sort of mirage lake?
You want to go find?
All right.
Yeah, it's found in a mirage mountain lake.
I'm gonna give that a 2. That's what I rolled.
Thank you.
All right, there's the mushrooms. All right, that's your turn. Next up is Melvin. Melvin, are you there, Epic Gamer? While Epic writes furiously, we'll have Perforos go. Perforos, you want me to draw a card for you?
Yes, please.
It is the king or the jack.
Oh.
The jack, not
He's
the
got
king at
the
all.
jack.
He's got the jack.
Got jacked.
You got jacked, bruh. All right, the jack.
I don't know what it does.
All right. I presume most of this is your doing, but
What?
the first one is predators and bad omens are afoot.
Mhm.
You are careless, and someone goes missing under ominous circumstances.
Oh,
Ooh.
poor Melvin.
Oh, right. Poor Melvin. Or predators and bad omens are afoot. What measures do you take to keep everyone safe and under surveillance? And in bold, do not reduce project dice this week, which we don't have any, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, this is like week by week, right? Aren't the
Mhm.
project things going down
Yeah,
as we do this?
so
But no, isn't it like each person goes and then a week?
no, it's for each week.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Oh, so each turn is another week?
Yeah, so let's see. 1, 2.
So Ezrin's goes down to 2.
Yep.
Tristan.
Clothus's would be down to 3.
3. Is that right? Or no? So then Ezrin's would be down to 1, wouldn't it?
Yes, I think it would actually. And that means Clothus's one.
It's just 3.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
So
Depends on
every
Melvin.
every turn is
A week.
A
a
card.
week. Okay, gotcha.
Each card is a,
Each card is a week.
that's why
Thank
it's
you.
52.
I'm sorry?
That's why it's 52.
All right. And for you, nothing is reduced or if you choose that one.
I'm gonna choose the second one. The how do I keep people safe and under surveillance?
Yes.
I think that in each of the cities. So Akros is completely gone.
It has a military camp up in the mountains, but the city itself has been laid waste.
What happened to the Dragon Forge? It's gone.
The Dragon Forge is still there. Yeah, up in Mount Velis.
Right. I think in all of the major cities, Perforos is going to create, let's call it the bronze. I'm trying not to think of it, calling it the Fallout shelters, but the bronze tombs.
Bunkers.
to, we'll say, create a bastion of, yeah,
I'm trying to catch her out.
a bastion of forge knowledge, and try to record kind of the biggest, best
Okay.
inventions from each place. So Miletus, Satessa, Acros.
So there's
those.
they're like these end of days fallout shelters where everyone puts their
Exactly,
like
yes.
their science stuff.
They're creating fallout shelters, yes.
Okay. For when things go really awry, but it's like instead of seeds and things like that and art, it's more like knowledge.
Yeah.
Is that what I'm hearing?
Well, I think art,
Art-
any great creation, the greatest creations of the peoples of Theros.
Ooh. Okay. So you're hiding them in bunkers
Is
like
Tethmos a city? I don't know where that one is. Is that the
Tethmos?
Catlands?
Tethmos is the Catlands, yes.
Okay.
That's
Alright.
going under attack by the Titan of Nature's Wrath.
I don't know if they're big. I don't know if they're not going to have one because they're not into Perfy.
They're what?
They're not They're not with the Perfio.
They're not perfect.
Oh my gosh, Nick.
Yeah, they're isolationists.
Well, I probably could have helped them with their cool problem, but nope.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Sorry, that's what happens when you're
Screw
an
you
isolationist.
guys, I'm going home.
So,
Yeah, and they're iconoclasts as well. They don't like the gods.
yeah, that's exactly it. No, for each of these, they're going to be sealed with a huge bronze cog, like the Fallout shelters.
Nice. I love that. I love that. All right. So in a
Last
rest,
episode brought to you by Bethesda.
right? Exactly. So you're doing
Brought
it.
to you by Microsoft, a Microsoft product, Fallout.
Anything else? Okay. I guess.
Let's say, is Asphodel like a big city? I don't remember.
Asphodel. Where's Asphodel?
It's
Oh yeah. So that's the city of the dead.
are there any perfy people there? I don't actually.
They have knowledge certainly, and they build things, but they're made out of junk. But they have knowledge.
But isn't that industrious?
I mean, yes.
We were there for a little while. It was
I remember.
a place.
It was a place.
It kind of
It was
sucked, if I
extra.
recall.
Yeah, it sucked ass. I wanted to say earlier as we were going around all the various city states, I'm like, man, the Asteronauts are like 1 for 6 for actually protecting places.
That's because we kept going to different places and never actually protected one.
Yeah.
We're like,
Well,
oops, I was on my way.
Get sidetracked by old gnats for a week or two, and
You guys blame all your woes on 1 week.
Bad week.
it was a bad week.
Yes, the shoe fits.
Miletus goes from like the jewel of civilization to like fascist dictatorship.
Yeah, we rushed there by using all of our power that we possibly
Hey,
could.
you can blame Jason
my
for
God.
giving you guys a wish.
Hey, yeah, fair enough.
I didn't get one. I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah, you're the one person who was like, I'm gonna play this straight.
I didn't even get it.
Oh, that's right. You were dead or
Yeah,
something.
He also
Yeah.
got his pocket picked like the second he got back.
Pocket picked? No, I didn't even get a chance to defend against that. It just happened.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, Andy was like, nope.
Whatever. It's
Nope.
fine. All right. So Epic says that he's gonna just help whoever wants to help, needs the help. So,
You gonna help Azrin?
no, because you're on the wrong side. All right, Perforos, are you going to do start a project?
I feel like this is a project.
I mean, it would be
Look
in
at
most
all.
situations. So, all right. Let me roll a d6, see how long it's gonna take. A 6.
I think it'll be quite a lot.
Yeah, that tracks. It feels like it would take a while to get everything in there, get it set up, make sure it's secure.
Fair
I
enough.
don't know. Melvin could help. Melvin's pretty neat.
He could. He would help you
Oh yeah.
to the end.
That does make sense too.
Yeah, I'll drop that by a week, just because Melvin's helping you out. All right.
Thanks, Melvin. Good job,
no other-
Melvin.
What's that?
Good job, Melvin.
Good job, Melvin. No other movement on the events. So next up is Pharynix. I'm going to draw a card for you.
Phoenix. But yes.
Phoenix is a queen.
Ah.
Wait, what was my card wording? I don't actually remember.
The wording of the card.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know if I
Uh,
actually. I don't know if I actually resolved it or not.
I
So,
think you did.
so predators and bad omens are afoot. What measures do you take to keep everyone
Okay,
safe
yeah,
and under
yeah,
surveillance?
never mind. Sorry. Yes.
Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Got it, baby.
Oops, that's not what I
Sorry.
do.
Sorry, Phoenix.
Is all right.
That was the jack. Okay. All right, the queen. A project finishes early. Which one and why? And this can be whatever.
Well, I choose Eferes because this feels chaotic to me, and I like swirling tummy ache of sadness.
Actually,
I like
affairs
this.
affairs would be done after this round.
Then I do. Oh, then I help Farika with
The mushrooms.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, with mushrooms. Yes.
All right.
Mushrooms of destruction.
Yes, I was thinking what I would like to do, like
In a high enough dose.
well, yes, this is well, this is well, but the destroying healing potions, but yes, mushrooms.
Okay, so the that one. It can be both. I don't care. It can be one or the other, but so if you're going to destroy the healing potions, what twist do you put on that?
I would like instead, it's like a stupid Tylenol thing where it's not destroying the factory, but it is contaminating the healing potion. So each of the potions, it does not necessarily kill the ingester, but it gives weird side effects. Nausea, diarrhea, fast heart rate, possible death. No, I
These
want
are the actual side effects of a healing potion.
yes, exactly. No, but I want it to be like things that give Phoenix a smile. Like all of a sudden people start sprouting horns in uncomfortable places, or all of a sudden they all turn like a whole community turns purple, and some people horrible bodily noises, just a lot of random bad things.
Okay. And is that's the healing potion made from the mushrooms or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
I was actually thinking I wanted it to be the one of the healing potion factories. Like I want people thinking they're gonna slug a healing potion.
Okay. So
And yeah.
So this is what I'm hearing is that Farika went in and her followers destroyed the main supply of healing potions. And so what you're going to do is whatever's remaining on the market or like a major factory that's like has now a cornered market, you're just making it so that there's like a D100 of chaos attached
Yeah.
to each one of those healing potions.
Yes, exactly
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yes.
I
Okay.
like that idea too. I just picture like the industry, like we've got to do something. We've got to. These are kind of subpar. Like, this is like
Yeah.
D stock. Put it in. Put
Yeah.
it in. We
Yeah.
got to get this product.
They were
out.
supposed to dump them into the sewers like 50 years ago, and it's just in a warehouse. Yeah.
yeah. Ergot, put all that shit in the
Yeah,
fucking healing
yeah,
potions.
hallucinations for everyone.
Right, it's
Yeah.
fine.
Ergot that shit up.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
We'll tell them it's wheat flavored.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. So that's what you do. Do you want to start a project or have a god moot or a discussion or learn something new?
I want to learn something new.
All right. So let me think. You discover something new.
Yep, that's what I said.
Well, I have to think of what that is.
I love you, Alyssa.
Come on, God of the Gods.
A god of the gods. Do I decide what you learn?
I think you decide what
Oh,
you
I
I think
decide?
you decide
Yeah.
what you learn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I was
okay.
debating in my head.
Despite your rules.
Oh, okay. I didn't. Okay, well now don't I have egg on my face?
Yes, the
I
turns have tabled.
learned-
You discover egg on your face.
I discover egg on my face, and I remember, and I try to think back when the last time I ate eggs was. God, that was like 100 years ago. Oh, how embarrassing. I discover that. Can I? Can I invent something with this, or
Yeah.
like okay? So I discover that there is a spring, and this spring reduces the negative effects of the returned.
So it kind of helps them bring back their memory and who they
It
used to
helps
be.
them bring back their memories, yes. But it only brings back bad memories.
Oh,
Yeah.
like vengeful, vindictive kind of things.
Well, or like heartbreak, or like anything bad that happened to them in their
Oh.
past life comes rushing back. Like it can be like they're evil deeds too, but it's just all of the negative, none of the positive.
Sounds
And-
awful.
Yeah, exactly. No, this isn't happy fun times.
No.
And I spread the news about this quietly. With my chosen, I warn them that it's the negative memories, and they get to make their choice whether they want any memories, no matter what, or if they would like to not have any memories, like stay how they are.
Okay.
But to my unchosen, I just tell them that it is a spring of memories, and I don't give them the additional information.
No heads up for you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have a spring of memories.
Yeah.
Nick or Alyssa, if you want to draw that,
Yeah.
probably close to Asphodel or Adunos, whichever.
Right now it's in circle form. I can change it up.
Yeah, just show me where I'm.
Here, I can do it so you're freehand.
Okay.
Any particular color you want?
Oh, with blue. Like a light blue.
Perfect.
Yeah.
There we
Okay.
go.
And
All right, while you're drawing that, I'm going to move on
Yep.
to Afera. I'm going to pull your card, and it is a 5 of diamonds. What's up, Tack? How you doing? Good seeing you. We're going to do one quiet night, so stay tuned. All right, so a 5 of diamonds. So Afera, the god of the polls, the god of the city, you can, in quote, a project finishes early, what led to its early completion, or the weather is nice and people can feel the potential all around them. Start a new project.
Oh, I'm definitely doing the second one.
Yeah. It's awesome,
And
man.
I would like to go into Miletus. Can you? Sorry, I know you covered it at the beginning. Can you refresh my memory on the goings on in Miletus, specifically with the lady that did not remember or did not interpret what I was telling her correctly?
Yes. So Miletus is taken over by one of the 12 council members, which goes by the name of something Sophia. What was her name? God,
Sophia.
Para Sophia. And she misinterpreted what you were saying and thought that you meant, go take power, rebuild Miletus in your image, and conquer your enemies. And that's exactly what she's doing.
And so my thing was a project to enlighten. What was the wording on the card?
It was a 5. It was, the weather is nice and people feel the potential all around them. Start a new project.
I would like to. Are there any council members left?
Yes, actually. Let's see if I can pull up the council members.
And they kind of all went underground when she started taking power, or did she manipulate them?
If I
No,
recall, some of them ran, but most of them were happy to go along to get along.
Yeah, a few of them died in different melees and whatnot. Oh my god, my mouse froze. All right.
Oh no.
I'm gonna restore that. And was it the
Yes, if I recall, that was another one, the astronauts failing.
yeah. Yeah.
That's no short list.
Yeah, I don't know exactly what I named the
Sorry, I mean
council.
the astronauts running into the wall of narrative. Sorry, if I see it.
Head first.
All right, so this is the council or the main city, and you can see kind of where most of it got destroyed with a big giant purple line and scribbly scratch. Was it number 9 Halls of the 12? I wonder if that's what it's under. Halls of the 12. There it is. What do you say about that? All right.
So,
So
and can you define what a quote unquote project, what the limits around that
I
are?
can. So starting at the top, we got the Superior and Paris Sophia at the top there. To her left is dead Superior Charlie. And then we got
R.I.P. Superior Charlie.
Rip. And then we got Superior Pete, who is dead. And then Ferrix is still alive. She's a member of the same order. Lady X betrayed Lady or Superior V, and so she is still around. Sir Gunther Meridius is still alive. Sir A is in hiding, I'll say. Rena is dead. Dallas. I'm to Dallas. And then she's part of the same order as well, so she's still alive. And then the other two are dead.
Okay. And then the parameters of a project.
The parameters are of a project. Even.
I need some guidelines and parameters in order to decide what to do because that's how I run.
Start a project.
Now you're just making it into work, Amy.
All right, so you choose a situation and declare what the community will do to resolve it. There is no consultation about this idea. The community simply begins work. Some examples are: you convince the mine shaft, or you are converting the mine shaft into a cold You are converting the mine shaft into a cold food storage, or you're killing wolves because you're a demon, or you're going to sacrifice a newborn in the night of the full moon to appease the windwalkers, whoever they are.
This is in the rules?
This is in the rules.
Okay, so it's pretty broad. It doesn't have to be like building an object or something, or building a process.
You just got to put it on the map.
So I would like to, as the rays shine down on the broken city of Miletus, I would like the people to look up and feel suddenly a sense of like drive. They just want to be driven to do more. And in particular, I want the council members to be filled with courage and bravery and enlightenment that they should take over from
Sophia
and bring her down, and that her reign is not right and they should not hide in the shadows anymore.
You say you want a revolution. Well,
I want to inspire them to take the reins, and I play that song over them.
Okay. You can certainly begin that project. You can draw it as well. That's going to take a total of 1 week.
It's been 1 week since you.
We're just going to keep going. So it won't take much to get the Miletans in a tizzy.
Woo! Racing order crowd.
They're like, oh, I feel good. Okay, yeah, I should do something about this. This kind of sucks.
Yeah, this sucks. Hey, didn't this city used to rock ass?
Like, it's just been so rainy. It's gotten me down. I needed the light.
Yeah. So Sir A from hiding releases his inspirational album Kid A. And somehow that brings people out of their depression. which is the first time in the history of Radiohead's music that's ever happened.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Okay. And before you do that, all the other numbers go down. So Perforos, you're now at a 3. Oopsies, I deleted it. Let's see. The mushrooms are done. The new mushroom discovery, and then Oreskos is near destroyed. All right. Is that your turn, Ezrin? That's your turn.
Do
Afera
I get to do anything else, or is
No.
it just the card turn?
and the project. You can start 2 projects, right?
The project was the card.
The project was the card, so then the player can
Yeah,
choose to do an action, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can start another project.
Can
Or
I instead have my
discussion or-
knowledge golem start kind of moving in and
Yeah.
trying to get set up to protect, particularly Meletus? You know, Fair's very fond of Meletus.
Yeah, you can. Let's say we'll move you up to like kind of the shoreline there
Okay.
with your knowledge golems.
Whole KG.
Okay. Next up is Clothis. She's gonna pull a 2. Don't we stop when we get a king in there or something?
I think that's only in the winter.
Oh fuck. All right. 2. We gotta do all these. 2. Someone new arrives. Who? Who are they, and why are they in distress? Or someone leaves the community. Who are they, and what are they looking for? All right. Someone new arrives. All right. There is a thing called. Let's see if it'll actually pull it up. No. I don't know the name of it, so I will just look for it. It's under monsters. It's a new monster showing up, my friends.
Uh-oh.
And
Monster Mash.
it's the Monster Mash. And it is called, hold on. 30 minutes. The,
I wish someone would put me to bed.
you know, right?
Yeah.
Have some
Come on,
accountability.
Melissa, it's time to go sleepy times.
All right, so we got the seven-handed one. And so what this is, it's so a spectrum of giants claims territory across Theros, drawing strength from aspects of the world itself, from ancient stone and rolling flames to the depths of the sea and skies. Unlike many creatures of legend, most giants owe their existence not to Nyx and the dream of mortals, but to the natural forces of the land. As a result, Theran giants are typically infused with the elements they embody, which might manifest as flaming beards, frozen skin, hair crackling with lightning, and other things, blah, 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 blah. All right. So the 100-handed one is extra pairs of arms magically orbit the body of this titanic, nearly forgotten artisans known as 100-handed ones. These giants often dwell in remote mountains and seaside cliffs, where they crave their memories of the ancient stone, carving territories with intricate reliefs and massive statues of bygone ages. And they are mean, giant, unlawful creatures. And so this
That'll
one,
be fun to fight.
yeah, so this one
Unhand
pops,
me, sir.
yeah, this one pops up. Where's it gonna go? It's gonna kind of show up in the, we'll call it the Bay of Natumbria. Is it showing up on the Bay of Natumbria? And that's what she's gonna do. That's the new person. And she's gonna start a project. And her project will be to open up the crypts of the lost and let loose these demons from hell, which are around this area. And that's going to take 3? Is that right? Yes, 3. All right. I'm just going to put like hell monsters. Okay. Next up is Farike.
Okay. Let's draw a card. Let's see what that brings us.
It is an 8 of diamonds. Someone tries to take control of your community by force. Do they succeed, and why? Why do they do this? Or a headstrong community member decides to take one of their ideas in, or put one of their ideas in motion, and then you start a foolish project.
I think a lot of people are pissed about the whole attack the healing potion factory. And so a very foolhardy bunch of individuals decide that they are going to try to take over the cult of Farika and Meletus, and they fuck around, and boy, do they find out. The body count is impressive.
Okay.
And at the end, the cult of Farika still stands. What was the full description?
A headstrong community member decides to put one of their ideas in motion and start a foolish project.
The other one.
The other one. Someone tries to take control of the community by force. Do they succeed? Why do they do this?
Okay, so I feel like I've addressed it.
Yeah.
The cult of Farika takes some losses, but is still standing at the end of this attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say that as a result of your counteroffensive, you know what? I think the individuals on the council that Aphara was trying to get to overthrow Parasophia fails because your forces take control and push back the mob. As a result, she's going to get 1 token of
that makes sense.
consternation, whatever it's called.
I got my consternation coin. I like that better than contempt.
I know.
frankly.
All right, so Amy, you got 1 consternation. Yeah, you're muted. Oh, I muted you. Sorry. What's that?
Oh. How do I use it again?
So your consternation coin.
Canon now.
Let's see. Contempt. So if ever you want to act selfishly, if ever you want to act
I think Aphara always acts selfishly, but continue.
Yes. If you ever want to act selfishly to the known detriment of the community, you can discard a contempt token to justify your behavior.
Although maybe not to the community. She stays pretty honest to the community.
Or if someone else does something that you greatly support that would mend relationships and build trust, you can discard the contempt token to demonstrate how they have diffused part of the or past tensions. So you can either help someone, maybe speed up their project, or just get the group behind it, or you can just act contemptuously.
Okay. Why is that one called Amy?
Because it's yours. You own it. You have 1 contempt token.
I thought it was like this undead thing. Okay.
No,
consternation coin.
On purpose?
I typed in contempt into
That thing's creepy, Andy.
yeah, it's a contempt I think fairy, and that's what the AI spit out.
That's brutal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
It's pretty messed up.
Farika wants to start a project.
Okay.
I'm sure this will be wonderful.
She, again, shit is jumping off, and she's got a front row ticket to it. And so she begins to send out word to some of her most faithful followers to gather and to form an army to just be prepared for when things go from bad to worse. And so I am going to start a project to build an army of Medusas.
Wow. Okay.
I figure it's gonna take a little while. Yeah, I
Yeah.
would say that's fair. Because they don't seem inclined to work together, so it's gonna take some finagling and visitations from the goddess. Go, no, seriously, get your shit together and get in the army.
Right. Stop looking at one another.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. You don't look me in the eye when you say that.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and draw that on wherever you want them to be.
I will start drawing a Medusa army, I suppose.
And with the end of your turn, Nature's Wrath completely obliterates the sun's mirror, and it dries up and looks like I don't know, dried up lake, like Utah. And Tithmos is in flames and just completely decimated by Tithmos. Okay, I think that's all other. All right, so Freaky, as you're doing that, you get this little like tap 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 on the shoulder, and it's this little tiny mortal, and you can barely hear it. It says, "Hey, you want any help with any of this? I can help. I'm a good guy. They know me down there."
Yes, help my Medusas organize.
Your Medusa eyes. What is that gonna do?
Oh, just help them resolve any conflicts if they happen to need any supplies. Help provide those.
Oh yeah, I can supply them. You know, I know people. I know everybody. I can supply them just fine. Yeah, and you know, they're not gonna, after they talk to me, they're all gonna be best friends.
Perfect.
Yeah. All right. So
I will say, Farika's like, wow, this goes one of two ways. Either he pulls that off and it makes things go brilliantly, or he gets killed instantly and it's not a problem anymore.
So he is, with his help, your completion counter will go from 5 to or from 6 to 5.
Yeah. I will say at the conclusion of this project, Farika will be impressed enough to toss a little boon Melvin's way.
Okay, fair enough. So that's your turn. That's Melvin's turn. Perforos, let me draw the last card in the pile.
Ooh,
It is a 4. It is a 4. Let's see what it says. As summer comes to an end, you get the eldest in your community dies. What causes the death? Or the eldest in your community is very sick. Caring for them and searching for a cure requires the help of the entire community. And in bold, do not reduce project ice this week. Again. So you can either help your friend and stop all projects with the help of the gods, or just explain why someone's dying, or something else. It's your world, Perforos.
We're all just living in it.
Well, those are both two fantastic options.
Yeah, I mean, they really are.
That's about as good as they get for the rest of the
They're
game,
good.
too.
Yeah, I'll have to make up an old person.
I mean, or it can be something else. I don't really give a shit what you do.
Long as
Someone's
Theros is right.
dying. What are you doing about it?
There's lots of people dying. I mean, let's say the old person is a Catman refugee to, let's say, Akros.
Yep. That
And to find a cure at Mount Cure,
Mount Curus.
ironic.
Mount Robert Smith.
No, it's Mount Cure. It's right here.
It is right there, Mount Cure.
Oh wow, it's a little on the nose, but there you go.
I mean, name it for what it does.
Yeah.
Let's send an adventuring party to Mount Cure to discover some kind of mythical secret there that will help cure this poor old Catman refugee.
Okay.
And maybe they find something cool. I don't know.
Just for posterity's sake, how about we say that the ancient Catman is actually the tribal leader of the
Leonin.
Leonin, thank you. I was like cat people. The Leonin, and he's grievously injured and poisoned, and you all are, and you're sending a group of adventurers to Mount Cure to see what they can do.
Yep. Let's say that Perforos is opening diplomatic ties with the generally not so happy cat people now that they're completely and utterly helpless.
Yes. Ooh, I like that. So he's the leader, and you're like, hey, you guys don't like me. I'm a god, but I'll help you out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
let's
Maybe a little
say
worship.
A little quid pro quo.
No, I'm not. Perforos is not demanding worship. He just expects it.
Just
Just
expects it.
it.
Exactly.
Let's build a cool fortress at Mount Cure for this
Build a bridge of hope.
cat people.
Yeah, I was
The
thinking
shelter
too.
will help the sick poor cat.
Yes.
Also,
Yes.
no more. Maybe someone else can deal with the hell monsters, I guess. But the counter doesn't go down. At least.
Okay. All right.
Well, no. Let's start a project.
Yes.
Okay.
Good night. All right, Fairnix, I'm gonna have while he's doing that, we have a new deck here. Oh wait, you want to start a project?
Yeah, I think we need to deal with these hell monsters. Let's say that a ragtag bunch of Acrosians are going to attempt to seal off whatever hell monster portal there is.
Okay. Maybe send like a secret ops group into the Crypt of the Lost to seal it.
Yeah. Empowered with Mega Dragon weapons. It's
Megan,
called Dragon Team 6.
like a dragon. All right. Yeah, you draw that. I'm gonna roll for you. That's gonna be a 3.
Oh. How does that work?
I don't know. And the rest of
I assume that that means Clothis gets a contempt code token.
yeah, I would absolutely think that Clothis gets a contempt. Yep. Clothis gets one. She's mad.
Big
Yeah,
man.
so
Hell monsters don't go down 1
why?
because of the
No other project does.
Oh, right,
So
right.
the sealing of the portal and the hell monsters coming out are at the same time.
Wow, perfect. Look at that. Look at that. All right. That's good. That's really good. Okay. That's your
I'm sure
thing.
it's really epic. It would make a really great battle if that were a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So not appearing in this film.
Right, exactly. It's a side thing. It happens.
Just imagine how cool this battle was. you
No,
guys.
it's super cool.
It's so badass.
I mean, it's like every time they make a historical movie and then you actually know the history and you're like, oh man,
It's like, oh,
if someday they'll make a cool one.
Don't they do that in the Monty Python movie? It's like this battle happens off screen.
Yes. All right, Afera.
I think you mean Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Oh, yep.
I mean, Phoenix. Of course I do. Okay, new deck. And it is the 2 or 5.
not
The
two.
5.
It's 5.
5, sir.
It's a 5. Idiot.
3, sir.
Ooh. I've always been wondering about this one, and you can just make it up.
Hey.
But option 1, the parish arrives. Who are they? Why have they chosen your community? And for what? Or a small gang of marauders is making their way through local terrain. How many are there? What weapons do they carry? So you can either create the parish and who they are and what they're doing, what they're all about, and where they're going, or a small gang of marauders.
I choose parish.
Parish.
And it is group of people preaching the word about this man who was preaching love and acceptance and kindness and trying to spread it as they go through the land, telling stories of how one time he turned a bunch, like 2 little fishes into many fishes, and he could turn mead into wine.
All right. So we'll call them the monotheists.
Yeah.
So the parish. Where are they and where are they going?
So they are traveling from the give me a second while I orient myself. They kind of are appearing on the right hand side of the map.
Mhm.
And then yeah, exactly. And so like yeah, right where that desert peninsula is.
Mhm.
I will.
Yeah,
They-
thank you.
They've been wandering the desert for like what?
Yeah,
We
something
ain't
like
found
40
shit.
years. Yeah. And they're going
I think for 40 years.
Yeah, 40 years.
The fucker's been saying we're almost there. for 4 decades.
Tuvok does not give a shit about that desert.
And they're going north west up into the
So they're headed towards
Ness.
like
yeah, they're
Asphodel,
going right.
Fidessa.
They're all there. Yeah.
All right.
right towards the Medusa army.
Yep.
Yeah.
So Medusa Army, which I bet is going to be
That's gonna be
super great.
that's gonna be another
Hilarious.
great battle conducted off screen.
Yeah.
But they're also going towards the Fountain of Youth or Fountain of Memory.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So
So
all right.
fun.
So yeah, you guys can draw that, whoever, these monotheists.
And then you can you still have an action technically.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can either discover something
and
new,
I'll,
have a god moot, and I can wait.
Yeah. I don't want to have a god moot.
Oh, yeah, we've done that.
yeah,
100.
we do that all the time.
Right.
Exactly. We'll do that
This
next
is the
time.
year where the gods are like, we're not talking to each other.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys. Enough of this shit.
I mean, that happens.
Yep. It's really hard to draw with mice.
Ezra, are you
Yeah.
or FR, are you talking? You're muted. I can't even see you.
Yeah, my camera froze a long time ago, so I turned it off
Okay.
because I didn't want to have to restart. But yes, I was talking apparently to myself.
Oh.
That's the thing that happens.
And now I don't remember what I was saying.
Okay. Do you want to start a project or discover something new?
I'll start a project. I want to I don't know. I would like to start a project, and that project is I'm coming up dry, sorry. It's a oh geez. No, I want to discover something new, and it is a herb, Carafurica, I'm sure, but it gets rid of dry, scaly scales on Medusa, the Medusas.
And what are you doing with that discovery?
I'm giving it to, was it Melvin that was helping
Yeah.
him out?
Yeah.
I give it to Melvin.
Aww.
And And yeah, so that he can help them with their itchy, rashy skin.
You know, I would join this army, but it's the fucking
the
psoriasis.
Yeah.
Well, I found this magic lotion.
Exactly, right? Plaque
Maybe that will
psoriasis
calm
lotion.
them down enough that they don't want to be fighting.
I mean, that's not my problem.
All right, that's
Depends
gonna
on
be
how much of it.
Don't touch it.
Feels
All
like
right.
it'd be bad for everybody else.
all right, and then everyone else's things go down.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas music just plays incessantly.
No. All right. Cool. That's your turn. Next up is a Farah. I'm gonna draw a card. Is a 3. Last one was a 5, so 5's done. 3s. All right. You all right?
I'm just telling Tristan not to touch it.
Don't touch it.
Don't
All
touch
right.
it.
Touch it.
So, someone leaves the community after issuing dire warnings. Who and what is the warning? Or someone issues a dire warning in the community, leaps into action to avoid disaster. What is the warning? And in bold, start a contentious project that relates to it.
Okay, so the first one was does a warning and leaves.
Yeah.
So Para Sophia comes into the council and she proclaims, I was sent here by Athera herself. This is my destiny and you are messing with destiny. And then she says, I will be back. This is not over.
Oh, your revolt got squashed by Farika.
Well, she's still proclaiming she's done.
Oh. You're just gonna do that.
Some stuff happened. Sorry, I was taking care of Minion when that happened.
It's okay. So the mob essentially ran into a group of Farikans and they were like, we're having none of this. And the Farikans like rumple stomped them.
Whoa, Tristan, stop. Stop. Sorry.
Tristan's a
things
bit
are
much.
flying off the table and the computer's about ready to crash. Okay.
Sounds
Now
about right.
child's on the floor.
You didn't get anything, Epic. What are you talking about?
Let's see. Well, did the council stuff still work? Was it just the mob that she stopped?
We'll say that that like essentially the mob behind the council got stopped, and so now you have like 2 people that are just like, hey, oh god, this coup is not going well.
Okay, so the second option was someone makes a proclamation. What was it again?
Someone issues a dire warning to the community, leaps into action to avoid disaster. What is the warning? And then start a contentious project that relates to it. So that might be something like a civil war, or
Yeah,
like
I think she does not leave since the mob was defeated. So I think that she does proclaim that, and she leaps into action, gathering forces to fight against a couple people with their little signs like, oh, we don't like you. So I think that's what happens.
okay.
That sounds more fitting to the situation at the current moment. And Afera's going to start a project to
Quick question. How long would that contentious project take?
Let's see. 2 weeks.
That sounds about right. I just wanted to ask before we moved on to another thing. I'm curious to see how this works out.
Okay.
What could be my project? I mean,
So I put gather forces.
was that me?
That was your first thing, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But it already was defeated, right?
No. So like, you started a contentious project as part of your action. Now you get to either create another project or start an action. Or sorry, start another project or discover something new or have a discussion.
Okay, can I do an action to come look at this awful creature and send my? Is that my golem? Or
Where-
is that?
No, that's a different thing.
Yeah, this guy's
Yeah,
different. We'll say
can my
you're.
golem?
We can move your golem up to here.
Yeah, my golem wants to get in between that
Okay.
and Meletus.
Yeah, so that's the 100-handed one.
Okay. Yes, the 100-handed one. I remember.
Yeah.
Old ashtray arm.
Old ash.
Perforus's project was the cure. The cure.
Perforos?
No, never mind. That was not his project. Did he have a project?
He had these spy.
Bunkers?
He had two of them. What do you got, Perforos?
The fallout shelters and the sealing the portal to hell.
Concealing. So, can I use my coin to like bolster that for him and further our alliance? Or would it be better spent trying to maybe bring another god to our side that's not already on our side?
I'll say this. Right now, the group that Perforos sent from Akros would essentially be meeting the Hellions in equal combat. I'll say if you help him, they can shut the gates to hell before the monsters arrive, saving hundreds of lives
I will do that.
and ingratiating yourself.
Or with my coin. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So we'll drop that down to 1. Okay. Very nice. All right. Is that your turn? All right. And everything else goes down. Your bunkers are good. They are created. The lotion for the snakes just started, so that doesn't go anywhere. The snakes themselves are at 3. And then, yeah, I think we'll just call it good that the gates to hell are closed. And I'm going to go ahead and delete the hell monsters from the map. You have averted that.
They're stuck.
Farik is like, oh, and Rexenor is like,
All right. Clothis goes next, gets a 7. All right. A project just isn't working out as expected. So, in bold, radically change the nature of this project. Don't modify this project die. When it resolves, you'll be responsible for telling the community how it went. Or, something goes foul and supplies are ruined. Add a new scarcity. You know what? She has the god or the titan of nature's wrath. I'm gonna roll a D4. So it goes winter, spring, summer. Well, no. That doesn't sound right. Winter for 1 and 2, and then hot, boiling, unbearable heat for 3 and 4. 2. It is cold beyond anyone's memory. Only in the peaks of the Katakthong Mountains has it ever felt so cold as Theros is blanketed in ice and snow.
Oh no.
Boo. Her project will focus on
From the hot springs glow.
Yep. Let's see. She wants to. Oh, man. What does she want to do? She is going to call forth. How about an army of dragons out of the Catacthon Mountains to race across Theros and Lagona and moving towards the Melitan Peninsula. Let me try to draw that. So, R, and then mouth, and then and then wings, and then there we go. Cool, did it. Dragons be there.
Here there be dragons.
And let me roll. And that's
Ooh,
gonna be
shit.
1. All right, so that's gonna happen pretty quickly.
Yeah, real quick.
All right. The gather forces go down to 1 as well. The Medusas go down to 2. And the lotion for the snakes goes down to 1. Come here, lotion.
Put the lotion in the fucking basket.
And next up is Horike.
All right, let's draw a card. See how weird shit gets.
6.
Da-da-da-da.
Ooh, introduce a dark mystery among the members of the community. Or conflict flares up among community members, and as a result, the project fails. So we have gather forces, and we have the snakes and the lotion and the dragons are done.
What was the first option again?
The first one is introduce a dark mystery among the members of the community.
Yeah. So I like that one a lot. A number of the followers of Farika begin to have their eyes go completely black. And no one is quite sure why. It doesn't seem to affect them in any negative way, at least not yet. But it does, create suspicion, fear, paranoia, or rather amplify those things that already exist.
So they can still see, but
They can still see.
but their eyes are black.
Yeah.
Creepy.
Their eyes are black, and their skin starts to take on a kind of scaly quality, we'll say.
Ooh, gross. Okay, that happens.
Let's see. Don't want to do another project just yet. A discovery. I am going to say in Satessa, someone uncovers a cave, and within it are some ancient manuscripts that, as near as anyone can tell, relate to healing magic.
Wow.
I'm not going to start a project on that yet. Because I think it's going to take them a while to even start translating. But I will say that they have discovered some manuscripts that might be able to provide more insights into healing, and learning how to translate those will be a separate project.
Okay. All right. And I'm going to run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back.
Unacceptable. Wow, this is the worst Red Cross ever drawn.
For starters, it's green.
Yeah, I mean, for one thing, it definitely complicates matters.
The worst Red Cross, yeah.
It's the wrong color, for one thing.
It is the opposite, at least.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's actually helping people.
The Red Cross is okay.
They have their moments.
I don't know what's going on. Asphodel looks like
I'm talking to myself again. I keep muting myself. Talking
Yeah, and then forgetting to unmute. Yeah, I've done that so many times.
so many times. Okay, if Minion stays quiet, I can stay unmuted. Huh, Minion. It's not working. I've got to restart the whole computer to get the video to work for like 2 seconds.
Okay, what's the giant green cross?
That is, they discovered documents related to healing magic, and that's the one thing I felt I could sort of draw.
A green cross instead of a red cross? I know what.
Yeah.
I know what that means.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I mean, you know what that means in Colorado for sure.
yeah, in Europe it just means a pharmacy.
Yeah. In this case, I suppose it would be a pharmacy.
Oh, pharmacy. All right.
Pharmacy.
But you're not starting a project yet. Do you want to start
Not
a
yet.
project?
Not yet. I did a discovery. I'm going to
Okay,
wait for the
that's
Medusa army to wrap up, and then
Yeah.
I would say people are very much in awe of this, and they're trying to even figure out what language it is. So we'll do a project my next go round.
Okay. So
We could do a
on-
discussion.
on Melvin's turn, he is going to take out his ring compass and locate a general area and ask the gods if they have found any strange temple of any kind that might have appeared in the past year-ish that may or may not, maybe have a ring or something in it. Any kind of temple that seems out of the ordinary, new. And so he's going to ask that generally to the gods if anyone wants to help him out in terms of a discussion. Hey, any of you big guys and gals up there, you guys see any kind of a temple that may have just like popped up out of nowhere? It's nothing big deal, just asking.
Kind of busy.
Yeah, I know you guys are real busy. There's a war and everything, but it'd mean a ton to me.
Well, for you, Melvin, anything. I don't
Actually,
actually know that.
on purpose. Is that
I'm putting the lotion on the snakes.
Related to that, I would say, because Farika did promise him a boon for helping with this. Farika adds, I shall tell you once the project is complete, but I do know of a temple that may hold your interest.
Hey, that sounds pretty nice. Just I'll sit here petting the snakes, and let me know when you wanna chit chat.
Absolutely.
You saying the magical scrolls you found are bound in a ring? You just threw the ring aside.
Pretty much. Okay, are we good? Yeah. So
I think
okay.
so.
Okay. All right.
Perfect.
Medusas have 1 week left, and I think that's the only active thing we have going on now. Next up is Perforos. I'll draw a card for you.
Do it.
It's the Jack.
Again.
It's the second Jack he's gotten.
Second Jack.
Getting jacked.
All right, the Jack. Oh, we can maybe do another one too. But this one, a project, which we only have one, is the snakes. A project finishes early. Which one and why? If there are no projects underway, restlessness creates animosity, and animosity leads to violence. Who gets hurt? Or something
Wait,
else
what?
happens.
That's only one option in that one?
Yeah, only one option on the face cards. You want me to draw another one? We can draw another one.
Well, that's okay.
draw
I
another one.
think there's animosity, I would suspect. Who's gonna get hurt? So many people.
So many people to get hurt.
yeah.
They're all getting hurt.
I mean,
Oh, the Skull of Vale.
Theros. It sucks everywhere.
Yeah, I don't really know where to who or what.
you guys are trying. You're putting a lot of health potions and stuff in.
I'm not sure I understand this whole health potion deal.
There's a lot going on with health potions in Miletus right now. The market is very volatile.
Yeah, it's real fucking volatile.
The supply train is trash.
Also, they're apparently garbage.
Well,
Some
they
are
do
garbage.
interesting things.
Some are just really chaotic. And now there's something new on the market. It's like a blue crystal, really potent.
So can you read the second part again?
Yeah. If there
animosity?
are no projects underway, which we can say there aren't, restlessness creates animosity, and animosity leads to violence. Who gets hurt?
Do I have to pick the Medusa one then? Because
No.
there is a project.
Nah, no.
I mean, it's going to wrap up at the end of your week anyway. I would say effectively there are no projects.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to say that.
I mean, you can also wrap up my Medusa army earlier. I won't complain at all.
I don't really know. I'm going to say that the Titan falls over and stubs its toe. It's real hurt. Oh, it slipped on the sun mirror, which has turned into an icy pond.
That it made. So okay, it has.
Yeah, we draw some skates on it.
Okay, so the
Hits and sketches.
Now that makes more sense. It's like stars coming out of it.
Yeah, he fell over. I love that.
Whoopsie.
Perforos just for like no reason, just like takes a whack at the Titan.
No, I think if anyone's gonna get hurt, it's got to be something to do with this ridiculous health potion shenanigans. I'm gonna say that Martin Skrelly, the head of the health potion consortium, just gets torn apart by the crowds in Miletus. Just murdered.
He's at the marketplace one day, and then suddenly he's not there anymore. It's just a pile of toga and blood.
I imagine they just. I would imagine they would dump his body in the Tiber or whatever, or the Miletan Canal.
I'm guessing that everybody gets a little bit. You know, it's like the Berlin Wall; they get a little piece.
Or a saint, either one.
Yeah, like a dried finger bone. Yeah. Ironically, the body parts are really curative. Artifacts.
His years of being in the health potion factory
What made him healthy?
It like just waving it over an injury will just heal you. But people don't really realize that.
That's amazing.
So yeah, that's what's gonna happen, I guess. Okay, what do? We can do a discussion, a project,
or discover something new.
I mean, I'm not gonna make a dragon surface-to-air missile site or anything.
Oh, why not?
Man, Martin Scully, lotion factory. What's a discussion, or what's the third thing?
Discover something new.
Okay. Can I discover the God Eater at the bottom of the ocean?
Yeah.
There's God Eater at the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah. So if just to kind of jog everyone's memory, Perforos, you stood behind an effort to go and find old Lantis and rediscover some historical manuscripts and technology they had back before Lantis got sunk by Heliod, right? And so you're like, hey, I remember that. I liked it. I'm going to bring it back. I'm going to have some divers go down there, get it. And so the Neo-Lantians have been interpreting and redesigning, kind of, reverse engineering this thing that may or may not have the ability to, like, either severely damage or hurt a god in some way.
Okay, let's say in the tried and true tradition of curiosity killing the cat, let's say the God Eater is a portal to a Cthulhu-esque old god that has been sealed away for before any of the other gods existed. Just a giant eyeball at the bottom of the ocean, staring out.
That's horrifying.
But it's deep under the ocean. But now it knows.
But now we know it's there.
Wow.
Like, whoa.
Oh wait, I gotta move to see it. Oh my gosh.
Just something truly awful.
All right, that's going to take 5 turns to get through.
Well, I don't know if it's a project. I think we just discovered.
Oh,
this.
yeah, you're right. You're right.
I don't know what I'm going to do with this. It's not up to me.
I know it's not. I know.
I think this thing has the potential to consume gods.
Yeah. Cthulhu is all powerful. All right. That's your turn. And for the end of the night, we have Phoenix. You get to pull a card.
Yes, I would like pull card.
It's a queen.
Oh, it's queen. Yes.
It's queen.
Yes, queen.
Oh, this would be perfect for Fairnet or Farika. Disease spreads through the community. Choose one. I think this is option 1. You spend the week quarantining and treating the disease, so the product dice are not reduced this week. Or 2, nobody knows what to do about it, and then you add health and fertility as a scarcity.
Well, I mean, definitely number 2.
Yeah.
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 Yes.
So how do you? So what do you do? What do you do?
Well, I think it'll affect the parish. And we're really going to test their faith.
Their resolve.
Yeah.
Are they moving up? Are they moving up a little bit?
Yeah, they're moving up. Yep.
I'm moving them up a little bit.
If you'll see, there's an arrow.
Oh, that's an arrow. So like maybe up
It's
here.
supposed to be. Yeah.
Remember. What's remember?
Remember. Yeah.
Inside joke.
Okay.
And so as they're traveling up, I guess they're going to be bringing this disease up into the other lands. So that'll be fun for you guys on Not God Nights.
Yeah. So there's this pestilence.
There's a pestilence and a lack of healing potions, except for the one guy's artifact.
How unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Just in
But at least there's this great, moisturizing lotion that's available.
I mean, it is very nice.
It's mostly for Medusas.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
only for Medusas, though.
It's pretty rough otherwise.
Yeah.
I'd
It's
imagine.
made
Yeah.
for Medusas, but it works for everyone.
Made for Medusas, but pH balance for humanoids
Yeah.
and Fae.
Your Cthulhu is pretty awesome, by the way.
Yeah,
that's
that is
amazing.
badass.
Yeah.
I
Damn.
wouldn't want to have to deal with that.
I can't wait. I can't wait for Lun and Amber to see this map
Yeah.
and be like, "What the fuck did you guys
fuck?
do?"
Exactly.
That's the whole point of this game, right?
I love
Yes.
the Quiet Year.
Yeah, it's good times. It's good
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything? Okay, so Farika, or Fairnix,
Phoenix.
sorry.
Phoenix.
Phoenix, whatever your dumb name is.
All these fun names.
All these fun names.
Farah, Phoenix.
Yep.
Okay.
I want to create something.
Yeah.
All right.
Start a project, you mean?
Yes, I want to start a project, and I don't want the Asphodelites. I don't want the return to know that it's me making them do this, but like a hive mind, they begin to create sort of like a Stonehenge Mayan calendar junk formation that functions as a clock. And they don't know what they're doing, but people from the outside looking in as they're building this notice that it seems to be a countdown timer.
Do we know to what?
No, we don't. And I'm not going to tell anyone.
Okay. That will take 4 weeks to generate.
Okay.
If you guys want to create a clock.
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
An asphodel.
There, you can free your hand.
Okay,
Any
okay.
particular color you want?
I can do that.
Okay. Cool.
Yep. Thank you.
All right. So
When I don't know if it's this round or the last round, whenever the Medusa army finishes, Farika points Melvin towards the secret temple of a ring, which is just outside of Scophos. And I have drawn that on the map.
okay, you hear that? All right, evil ring up by Scophos, or a ring up by Scophos. Perfect. So he's gonna start hightailing it over there. We're at the end of the night. We have 3 more weeks in autumn, and then we get over to winter and the end. So I think we're probably gonna need at least another hour to do this. So are you guys free next week? I am not actually, am I?
So we'll just do it without you. It's
What are we
fine.
doing?
I have my work holiday
Oh,
thing.
I have a concert.
What about next Tuesday?
I could do Tuesday.
Tuesday, I think should work.
I don't need to prep anything.
How do you undo?
I don't know.
Control Z.
Um,
Control Z.
Okay. It's
Yeah, I've never had a whole lot of luck with that on Roll20.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow.
that doesn't do anything.
It does it for me?
Yeah, you have permissions.
Yeah, you got like.
See, yeah, I can
Well,
like.
I mean, pretend that clock is like towards midnight instead of not.
I will refuse. I can get rid of the arms.
Yeah, can you get rid of the arms? That'd be awesome.
There we go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, you can totally fast travel. So yeah, the dimension door. Yeah, fast travel through Nyx, and yeah, you can get. I'm talking to Epic here. We can get to that thing. And so then Epic, with the help of the gods, you can choose what ring you want.
Good enough.
Yeah, it's good. It's the 11th hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rexenor, it would never in a million years help Melvin, but Farika's feeling very generous.
Yes.
So.
Yes. All right.
The last time Rex helped Melvin, his girlfriend got kidnapped. So
I mean, true. We'll talk in just a second and figure it out. All right. So next Tuesday, then we're good. Okay.
I believe so.
All right. I'll send
everybody
it.
free for Saturday night.
Yes.
Yep.
We're actually free this week.
Oh, weird.
Are we? Yeah, on Saturday night.
I have some fun ideas. I still need to work out a thing or two, but I think it's going to be fun what y'all find in Xandar/Sin's Tower.
Ooh. Okay. I'm excited.
Me too.
All right, guys. Have a great night.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
All right. Epic, let's see real quick what hasn't been taken. Let's see. I got to look up the rings. Elemental rings. That's over here. Okay, so nature. Let me make this bigger. Nature, earth, light. I don't know about time. I think we're probably gonna wait on time. I have other plans for that one. Strength. Okay, so let me do that again. Strength, light, earth, and nature. If it kills me, right, exactly. Exactly. You're gonna collect them all. So which one? So earth, you control thorny vines, splash or slash jam. We can make that bigger. We can do more of nature. Earth, you can cause harsh earthquakes in a 15-foot radius, knocking everyone prone. That's pretty nice. Cutting their speed in half. Light, You can create a light source where or anywhere within 100 feet. It can be blinding light and knocked prone. So if a light is spawned on a creature, it can be blinded and knocked prone. We can do a DC higher than 14 for sure. Strength is a +2 to the strength modifier. 1 hour. Yeah. So yeah, I guess that would be nature, and might get Clothis to tell me where if for info okay, if for info on the God Killer. She might. She absolutely might. So I'm gonna put this in yellow and say Melvin's. Melvin's. And you have you don't have you no longer have the knowledge, right? So that's with Perforos. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure in let me go back to here. I'm sure in a couple weeks we could absolutely have you be a like maybe next God night. We'll see. Is then she can find another ring for you. Yeah. Yeah. So just wondering. I'm that'd probably be good. Just in terms of pacing, right? All right. Well, that's awesome. Epic. Good seeing ya. So next Tuesday. Next Tuesday is the next God night. Absolutely. Right back here, we'll do another God night, and then we'll get back to it, and we'll see what the hell is gonna happen. Things are getting exciting. All right. With that, I hope you have a great night and a great week. Auf Wiedersehen.